Well, we have to do the news with Mama V. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. How are you
great,
guys?
Great. Which paper do you have? Take this one.
I'll do the Times and the Business Finder. Business 10 Finder on.
I'll do the Catalyst.
Hey, it's Thursday already. Like, where's the week running to?
Oh, how?
Is it just
we
me?
won't make the weeks and make we grow quick. Make Ghana develop the way we're developing
about Christmas.
Yeah, I'm excited about Christmas.
Nothing terrifies me more than the looming shadow.
Hey, so this one be literature word. This is a prose
of festivities.
Hey.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I call me a humbug or whatever, but
yeah.
I think
I can tell you, like, you go to Cape Coast, like on Christmas Day, you can have breakfast with the family. What's the pressure?
So I love to have breakfast with the family. Like, I'd love to go down on a Saturday and have breakfast with the family. But Christmas adds all of this pressure. You have to buy gifts, and you know the thing. You know what it is. In a former life, you only had to buy gifts for the people who were actually in your life,
closest to you.
But now you have to think of protocol, and you have to think of the relationships that you have to build and maintain. So it just becomes a massive undertaking.
Is it?
Instead of a relaxing family holiday. Well, it's stressful.
You can get some Christmas cards and personalize or customize cards and send it to people.
That's
they'll
pressure
love it.
too.
It's not pressure.
I know there'll be lots of pressure.
Do it now.
As a result of that, Alaji Assembly.
Hey,
Kumasi. Alaji Assembly of Kumasi.
Well,
good morning to you.
Better still, bring a list of the people so we give them shouts on the
head of pharmacy, Boku Presbyterian Hospital, Salif Combat,
Roland, it's okay.
and your wife Flora.
It's okay.
Michael Beckley.
Shout out does not. You can't exchange
and then
that.
Thompson, you work with the ECOWAS office in Accra. You're watching
different.
us. Good morning.
Giving is different.
What is
from shout outs? What he was talking about?
Charlie, say you mentioned the name. It means that you are.
So what he has is this. You're cheap, Papa. That's the newspaper.
Thompson, good morning.
Roland. It's okay.
Oh dear. So anyway, by the way, this is my way of saying that if you receive a gift or a card or a phone call or a text from me this Christmas, know that you are special. You are special because Charlie.
What is all this about? Giving gifts and
just calling somebody and saying Merry Christmas.
Let's start with the Catalyst.
Yeah.
You start.
Okay.
The Catalyst has on the front page, Ghanaians complaining of hardship are ungrateful. Kenoforiata. 1 month to vacation, no textbooks for basic schools.
They didn't hear. It is not coming.
Persons with disability remind Akufo-Addo of his promise. NDC will modernize Tema General Hospital, Mahama. Akufo-Addo holds world nepotistic government record. NDC calls for passage of anti-nepotism law. Ignore MPP shenanigans over NDC grassroots manifesto drive. Let's go to the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Has on the front page, socialist intelligentials. Socialist intelligentials analysis. How Ashanti region contributes votes for NDC. Nigeria lists 6 conditions for border to be reopened. It has an attached picture of President Buhari. Minority as government. Why spend $5 million to buy chocolate for free distribution and another $2.5 million for adverts? I'm talking about the GMPC. No. The 600 million Cocoa Board money syndicated loan. In the interest of justice and fairness, take action on Yoko report. Apenyo marking to UEW Council. The last paper I have, The Custodian, and I will do good morning to you. My good friend I will do. Mahama is the managing editor. Another shout out to you. And no surcharge. I'm in control. So The Custodian has on the front page, we need protection. Fear gripped MPs and they're crying out. I need it too. There have been some thieves ravaging my area. I did go over the weekend, so I don't know. I've been locking my door and my gate.
What they are experiencing, isn't it what the society is also experiencing?
Exactly. Over the weekend, there were thieves in my area.
They're only representatives of the people. What affects us affects them.
Yeah, they want protection. Now, stop hate and division politics. MPP tells NDC, also on the front page of the Custodian. NORSAC praises Akufo-Addo on December 17 referendum, voting yes. All you need to know about the referendum. And those are the stories we have. I know, dissenting views. Okay.
Which is the dissenting views? The fact that you're voting yes?
I know I've read from some key notable people who contribute to public discourse. And they have varied and valid reasons why they want a no vote.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's do the Ghanaian Times next. I'll do the Ghanaian Times and the Business Finder. So the Times, here we go, front page. Ghana poised for balance of trade surplus. President predicts by end of 2019 financial year. I guess what's facing us now is the closure of that Nigerian border, and we need our leaders to be strong on it, you know, because what are we saying? What's the way forward, really? Are we also retaliating? Do we even have the capacity to, if we wanted to? Could we? We have to put some pressure on Nigeria, and I don't think we're doing so. Everybody seems to be running away from it. Meanwhile, the issue is just staring us in the face. ACP Agojo remanded for alleged involvement in coup plots. Also on the front page, President inaugurates a 100-bed hospital in Ga East District. TUC cautions government against overspending in election year. Details of the front page stories in the center spread. The back page now, 100-kilometer of Ghana-Burkina Faso railway line to be completed August 2020, according to the sector minister, Joe Gate. Also, Parliament approves $600,000 AFDB loan for CPEPS. That's the Cocoa Productivity Enhancement Program by the Ghana Cocoa Board. The Business Finder front page address issue of high interest rates to enhance competitiveness of private sector. President tells Bank of Ghana. Sponsorship deals are within our vision. That's according to the GMPC. Story on page 2. They're certainly reacting to something. The National Oil Company says its expenditure on tree planting projects initiated by the Ochihine or Sajifo Moitio for repaying and projects being undertaken by the Rebecca Foundation, among others, is worth the investment. They fall under the 3 pillars of its CSR, according to the explanation. And then management and board of GMPC are not dumb. It is within their rights as a board to consider all proposals that come before them, weigh the options in terms of viability, and approve what they deem is worth supporting or sponsoring. Okay. So I guess to the critics who say they can't do certain things, the sustainability general manager, division of GNPC, is given a response. Kwame Banuakon. Dr. Kwame Banuakon.
Good morning to you, sir.
Okay, so that's it for the Business Finder, really. They've got the market summary, as they do every Thursday. So if the figures is your business, you can grab the Business Finder and then check it out. That's it for me, Kojo.
Yeah, I've got the Daily Guide, the Daily Statesman, and the Daily Graphic. I'll do them in that order. Start with the Guide, of course. Agojo, drama in court. All the details on page 3. NPP blasts NDC over jokes. MPs want police protection. President opens Ga East Hospital, also on the front page. And on the back, new GFA Veep preaches transparency. Wenger set for Bayern job. Somebody destroyed our game. Fans raise $450,000 in a day to save Club Africain. Wow, fantastic story there. That's the Daily Guide. I'll do the Statesman next. And on the front page, banner headline this morning: we're committed to fiscal discipline, President Akufo-Addo assures CEOs. I guess he's talking about the election year coming up. Stop the jokes and tell us your alternatives, NPP tells NDC. CPP campaigns for yes in December 17 referendum. It's also on the front page of the Daily Statesman. And let's look at the sports stories on the back. And Nicola Adams, two-time Olympic champion, retires over fears for her sight. Oh, what a sad story there. Chelsea fight back to draw with 9-man Ajax in 8-goal thriller. This is the one that Mama B fell asleep and woke up to find that things had changed drastically. And that's how the Daily Statesman wraps it up on the front and back. Okay, I'll do the Daily Graphic last. My activity unrelated to coup, ACP Agojo. Superintendent Tobu denies invitation by police and BNI. Apparently it never happened. Re-examine current interest rates. The President urges Bank of Ghana. Ghana adopts new drug for sickle cell treatment. And Ghana East Hospital inaugurated. Those are the front page stories. Some development stories on the back, including these two. President cuts sod for railway projects in Volta region. And GMA gives Tamale prison inmates free medical screening. Let's do the center spread, finally. Ghana East Hospital inaugurated, and there's a massive aerial photo of the Ghana East Hospital. Several one-story blocks making up this hospital complex, and it's been inaugurated. I wonder how many months it's sat for, waiting for the politicians to have free time in their calendar to come and cut sod.
No, that one is not free time, it's part of the time.
Part of the construction time. Sod cutting waiting period. Ghana and Burkina Faso committed to railway project, that's according to Joe Gatti. And that does it. That does it for the Daily Graphic.
Okay, any picks?
Well, this thing about security for the MPs, what are your feelings on it?
I think if we had enough resources, they'll be justified. But right now, there are so many things that we can't do to strengthen the current security setup we have.
So security as in what? We give each MP
They want bodyguards
a police officer
to go along with them, and then they'll have bodyguards. That same bodyguards will be with them at home. Or some sort of security setup that protects them when they are asleep or doing their work. Because it is supposed that even if the MP is to and from Parliament, the MP is undertaking work. The MP could still be at home and still be doing work. It's understandable.
and
but
the ordinary Ghanaian. And I'm not in any way comparing. I'm just saying, listen, basics. They are representatives of the people. I said earlier that what they face is what we also face. I mean, what they see, this is just what happens to us. They see it in 3D, if you like.
They don't see it in 3D, they see the same thing.
No.
Okay, 3D.
Wait,
We all see it in 3D.
Wait, so listen to my explanation. It's just like, because of the privileges, I watch like a normal television. So I see the pictures the way I see them. It's the same thing they're experiencing because of the privilege. They get to watch a bigger television, one that's in high definition. Get what I mean? You still don't get where I'm going with this.
I get you.
I'm just saying that let's solve the problem as a people, then we'll all feel safe.
I get your point. And to be fair, I mean, with your analogy, I actually think that MPs are shielded. Politicians, generally, not just MPs. Ministers, appointees, people who whose lives are partly, if not fully, funded by the state. They are shielded from our problems. They don't get to see the number of people who are being robbed every day.
So they get to experience a little of it?
That's right. So it happens to one of them, and all of a sudden it's a problem. But if it's a problem, solve it for us first.
Thank you. That's just what I'm saying.
Before you solve it for the rest of the people.
No.
If you solve it for us, you solve it for you too. Because you also live with us.
Yeah.
Yes, but what they are calling for is bodyguards for MPs, not bodyguards for all Ghanaians. Okay, now
see,
that's why I'm saying, so they are calling for the solution to be provided for them first, before anybody even talks about providing the solution for the people. Okay, so how many people were robbed the day before the member of parliament got attacked? How many people were robbed the day before that? The day before that. It never came up on the floor of parliament amongst our representatives. They never talked about it. But the day an MP got robbed, it became an issue to discuss. You get the point I'm making?
I get you. I feel
now,
you, man.
Let's do some maths. There are about 30,000 police officers in Ghana. Okay, 30,000 police officers for 30 million Ghanaians. That means one officer to 1,000 people. If you are going to pull 275 out of this 30,000 to go and guard MPs, that means 275,000 Ghanaians are losing the police officers. You get what I'm saying? 1 is to 1,000. So a decision like that will affect 275,000 Ghanaians.
One officer, one MP.
Exactly. Okay. So this is how we have to think of these things. Do we have the resources? Yes, I think it would be ideal. I don't want MPs to be in danger.
No way.
It would be ideal if they had security to guard them so that they don't have to worry as much.
We don't want us to also be in danger. It's a scary experience for every person.
But the same way I am sitting here, not wanting them to be in danger, and I'm sure when the MPs who are watching us right now are thinking, Kojopa, I mean, why are you making this argument? Do you want people to come and attack us? Okay, so you want me to care about you, right? But you are my representative. You should be caring about me first. I don't represent you. You represent me. So every conversation you have about security and safety, I should be at the center of it first before you think about yourself. That's how it works, right? You are an MP, as you are calling for this privilege of a security watchman at your house or a bodyguard at your house because you are an MP, right? That's why you can call for such a privilege. But as an MP, what's your job? It's to represent me. So if I'm being robbed every day, are you representing me by protecting yourself first? I think that's a conversation we really need to have. In the light of our limited resources, who should be protected first? Us or our MPs?
Look, what really makes sense is the fact that as they make the efforts and improve the system, the security system, and then we are protected, invariably they're also protected. In other jurisdictions, the jurisdictions that we aspire to be, MPs are even not given the privileges of having big four-wheel drives, for which could be equivalent to the cost of a school in a poor country like Ghana. And we have to be realistic. At the end of the day, the MP is representing me because we want to create a better society. And we feel among all ourselves, they are the foremost people who are better among the population, whether it's 150,000 or 60,000 or 100,000, to go and represent us. In other places, I have seen, I have watched on YouTube, I have read, even prime ministers taking bicycles to work. The Downing Street is not protected by barricades and big walls, etc. No, no more. And you see, if we don't empathize with the people, and one of the best things of leadership is empathy. If you don't empathize with the people, then how do you live? How the people live? If you don't go to the same health facilities, experience the same delays, go and queue, how would you know how the people live? And so when you are arguing on the floor of parliament, you get to know that people are Fancheneko, Ajekwejo, Cape Coast, maybe somewhere else around, maybe Domiabra or some place like that, have to queue, or sometimes have to use Aboboya. How would you, that is what we call empathy. Empathy is you're living the state of the person. And it's one of the key virtues of leadership.
So, you know, I guess essentially we are not calling for anybody to rob an MP. It's one of the things that we all experience. It's a very scary thing when it happens to you or your neighbor. We're just saying that our MPs to think about all of us in this sense. Let's get security for all of us, all of our community, instead of one MP, one security. That's what we are saying.
Yeah, represent us before you represent yourselves. I guess that's really the message here. You know, that's what your job is.
And, if they represent us, and at the same time the things around us are good, they're also going to represent themselves definitely at the same time. Plus, it's a symbiotic relationship.
You know what? Robbers don't target people who they think are not wealthy. Why do robbers think MPs are wealthy? Why do they have that impression of our MPs?
Well, that's another.
If they were public servants working for a wage that does not attract opulence and affluence, maybe they will be targeted less. Just a thought.
Let's do myjoyonline.com if we can. About a minute on myjoyonline.com, and then we make way for sports. Here we go. GBC risk going off air. This was the NMC chair talking about the issues at GBC with the presidents. Okay. They can't break me, defines ACP Agojo breaks silence on coup plot allegations. We will talk about in terms of how court went later this morning after sport. Shatawale is unstoppable. This is Shatamichi, and if you've been following these two, then you know that their relationship is not really cool right now. So to hear Shatamichi say this, that's a big deal, because Shatawale has been talking about how he wants to a relationship with his son, Shatamichi. Not wanting him to see his son, and blah 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 blah, but she's singing his praise. That's a good thing.
Parents who use their children, or whose battles end up engulfing their children, it's such a mistake. It's such a mistake to do that. It's a pity. Emotions are strong when you have a disagreement with somebody has hurt you. You feel like, look, I don't want to do anything that favors that person, but do what favors your child, and your child is always better off with both parents in their lives. So sometimes it's a difficult. So
maybe there's some reunion somewhere.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
Because Shatawale has been talking about how now he has a lot of money. And Shatamichi would be better off with him. She can be driving the big cars just like he is. Okay, all right. Let's continue.
Is that what she wants in life?
That's the thing. Agojo drafted protest speech, incited coup plotters. Prosecutor alleged. So a lot of details coming out of yesterday's appearance. University of Education Winneba VC Afro-Broni in fresh trouble. All right. 100-bed East Hospital opens to public. Gambler wins over 500,000 Ghana cedi at soccer bet. Roland, this one you should read it for inspiration.
I did do gambling, but this one.
KNUST registrar raises concerns about subjects combinations at senior high school level. All right, details there on myjoyonline.com. Parliament lacks moral right to question GMPC's $43 million CSR budgets, according to the chairman of the oil and gas sector of the AGI, Mr. Jantua. Details there as he appeared on PM Express last night on myjoyonline.com. My guy's like looking at me.
No, he is doing her. I'm doing her.
Send your budget. Send your proposal. Then my GMPC might just consider and yeah.
Thank you for the invitation.
It's become a very common prayer item. At all.
What do you want
services,
to do? Plant trees?
Hearing people saying, "Oh God, give me a GMPC level blessing, Father." Sponsor my life like GMPC. Dear God, may so may your change.